welcome back to Franchise Player, and today we're checking out my Nintendo Switch game collection. Yeah, I was kind of late to the game on getting the Switch. I got it back in 2021 and really didn't even want to start collecting for the Switch until probably about 6 months ago, a year ago, something like that. My collection isn't like super fat or super crazy by any means, but I think I have some pretty solid titles. I'll briefly go over each game. Let me know what you guys think of the games. If there's a game that you recommend, drop it in the comments, dude. Yeah, let's get right into it. This is gonna be a fun one. The first game we have up is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, and this is the remake of the Gen 4 games. So Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, I believe it's called. I liked this game, but then again, I'm a little nostalgic for Gen 4, man. Gen 3 is my favorite, but Gen 4 is fun. I enjoyed this. I beat it. I didn't have like some crazy stacked team. Would have been nice to have someone to trade with, so my Kadabra could have become an Alakazam. I think this remake gets a little bit too much hate. It's always on sale. You can find this for about 30 bucks, sometimes a little less, maybe if you look locally. So I think if you can scoop Brilliant Diamond or Pearl up for 30 bucks, definitely worth it if you're a Pokemon fan. Next up here, we have GTA, the Trilogy, Definitive Edition. This is another game that got, a decent amount of hate. I guess when it first came out, it was pretty bad and pretty buggy. But I recently got this around Christmas, and I'm almost done playing through San Andreas because, believe it or not, I've never actually beat San Andreas, and I'm having hella fun, man. The graphics are pretty solid on it. Obviously, it's not groundbreaking and gonna look like GTA 5 by any means, but I haven't really run into any bugs. There's been some really minor things here and there, like that save floppy disk that's in your house or your safe house sometimes like glitches out and looks weird. But other than that and some slight visual stuff, most of the time the San Andreas loads and works pretty well and performs well. I don't know how 3 and Vice City play, but once I finish up San Andreas and get through a couple other games on my backlog, probably go through Vice City and then 3. I want to say this is on sale right now for like 30 or 35 bucks online, which I think is probably what it should sell for normally. So if you can scoop this for under 35 bucks to have GTA on the go, I definitely think it's worth a pickup. Next up, we have Metroid Dread. This is actually still sealed. Haven't had a chance to open it and play it yet, but got this as a Christmas gift, and I've heard absolutely nothing but good things about Metroid Dread. I'm really looking forward to playing this. I know it got a ton of hype when it came out. And yeah, I can't wait, man. Metroid games are great, especially the 2D side-scrolling ones. Metroidvania, gotta love that. I don't think I'll probably pick Prime up unless I got a super good deal on it. I've only heard good things about it, so yeah, I'm stoked to play this one, man. Kirby in the Forgotten Land. This is another game that I've heard nothing but good things about. Played the demo of this and Metroid Dread, really liked both of them. Kirby is, I want to say, probably my favorite Nintendo IP. I love Kirby. Loved Nightmare and Dreamland on the GBA when I was a kid. Kirby Air Ride, which I actually have Kirby Air Ride down there on GameCube. But yeah, Kirby in the Forgotten Land. It just seems like a great game. I'm super hyped to play this too. I know the past few years Nintendo has really gone hard and just dropped banger after banger on their first party titles. So yeah, this should be a good one. Looking forward to playing this and hopefully the next couple months. Next up here, we have Raystorm, Ray Crisis HD Collection. These are some vertical scrolling shmups, vertical scrolling shoot 'em ups. I haven't played any of these, never played them back in the day, and from what I've seen online, it looks like you can play how it looked originally, like the original game, and then an HD version, which is going to look, a little prettier. I'll probably play the old school version of it just so I can get that kind of more authentic feel. But what's cool about this, man, even though it was technically new from GameStop, even though it didn't come sealed, was this. It actually had a little instruction booklet, which is super rare to have kind of the game pamphlets nowadays. I think that was super dope that they threw that in there, man. And yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this. I've been getting really into shmups over the past, I'd probably say 5-6 months. I think this is gonna be a fun one, dude. I'm pretty hyped to play it. Oh yeah, and this was $39.99, I believe, which I don't know. I'll see if it lives up to the $40 price tag, but I thought 40 was a little steep. But then again, Switch games and Nintendo stuff in general never really drops. Right here we have Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I think this is one of the first games I got for my Switch the day that I got it a few years ago. And my girlfriend played the absolute hell out of this game, man. And, you know, a lot of people during that time, a couple of years back when everyone was locked down, was really just going hard on Animal Crossing. I haven't really played this, to be real with you. I don't really have a want or need to jump back into Animal Crossing. I played a ton of the one on DS back in the day and loved it. Played a lot of the original one on the GameCube with my cousin back when we were kids. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll get an itch to play this one day. But yeah, this is, I think, one of the best-selling Switch games of all time. So yeah, a lot of people loved this game. Next up, we have another legendary Switch game here, which is Breath of the Wild. I still haven't got around to beating this. I've sank some time into it. I've really enjoyed what I have played. I think the art style is great, the combat, all of the mechanics in the game are super thought out and they just work. I understand why Tears of the Kingdom was so popular too, just because it basically improved upon, you know, everything that this did. But yeah, Breath of the Wild, I got this, Black Friday of 2021. Yeah, I think this was like $26.99 or $29.99 on Black Friday back in like 2021 at GameStop. And I was like, at the time, not a chance I'll ever get this game cheaper than that. So I jumped on it, and this game still sells for like 40, 50 bucks consistently. So that's the good old Nintendo tax. But yeah, man, not really much more I can say about this game that has not already been said. So first Mario game that we have here on the list, and I recently beat this. Really enjoyed it. It was the first, you know, side-scrolling Mario game that I'd beat since New Super Mario Bros. On the DS. And this game was great, man. I thought the abilities were really cool. I thought the graphics and the art style were great. I don't have an OLED, but I feel like this game would look really, really good on an OLED. You know, the characters are great, the upgrades. This is a co-op game, so if you're wanting to play with, you know, some friends, you know, your kids, some family, this is a cool one to hook up to the TV, play in docked, and run through it with your friends. But yeah, this was a fun one. Kind of cool inside cover here too. No pamphlet or instruction booklet, unfortunately, but dope little inside of the cover art there. So yeah, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, got this for $39.99. I know the Home Shopping Network around the holidays was offering, I think it was like $20 off your first order. So I went on their site, and apparently they sell games, and I was like, cool, man, I'll pick up Wonder as a new release for, you know, 20 bucks under retail, which, you know, 20 bucks under retail for a Nintendo game is about as good as it gets. Next up, Super Mario 3D All-Stars. So I got this right when I got my Switch. This was a day one purchase. This game I think sells for a decent amount now because it was limited. Look, man, this game was out for a while. You had your chance to get it at retail, and yeah, I don't know. I never really see it around anymore. I know most stores I think are probably sold out or don't carry it a few years after the release. Mario 64 is awesome. I never had a 64 back in the day, so I played that on DS. Mario Sunshine was a game that I was nostalgic for, that I used to play with my cousin back when we were kids on his GameCube. And then of course I had Galaxy on my Wii back in the day. But yeah, to have all three of these on in one package is pretty cool, man. Nice cover art on this one. Nice little back piece about each game and kind of showcasing it in the N64 packaging, GameCube packaging, Wii packaging. Yeah, this is a dope game, man. If you can get it for a decent price, I'd say scoop it up. If not, if you're not one to pay up, then these games are all pretty easy to emulate. Next up here is Streets of Rage 4. This is another fairly recent pickup that I had, and I'm really looking forward to checking this game out. The beat 'em up genre is a genre that I have not really dove into, but beat 'em ups seem fun, man. Good old arcade action that you can kind of just jump in and have a good time. It was Mad Panic Gaming. Mad Panic Gaming is one of my favorite YouTubers. I'll post or at least have a picture on screen here of a video he did about Streets of Rage 4. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It got really positive reviews online for, I guess, the art style and just the gameplay. But yeah, definitely looking forward to playing this, man. Streets of Rage 4 should be a banger from what everyone's saying. Overcooked All You Can Eat. So this has, I guess, both Overcooked games, all the DLC. I haven't played this. This is a game that my girlfriend wanted to pick up. Apparently it's supposed to be pretty decent co-op, you know, couch co-op wise. So I think we'll definitely have to jump on there one of these nights and give it a chance. But pretty sure we ordered this off Amazon. I want to say it was like 40 bucks. And then, you know, you're always kind of rolling the dice when you order off Amazon because there's a little bit of damage there. I'm not going to trip off it, man. But, you know, if you're one of those people where it's like, hey, I need my games in perfect condition, then you might want to not order off Amazon. Yeah, just a cooking game. kind of, fun arcadey action, I guess, but not something I'm going to sink a ton of time into. Pocky and Rocky Reshrined. This game was awesome, man. You can also get this on PS4. Normally, I think it's a little cheaper on PS4, but when I was originally looking this game up online, I was like, you know what? That looks like a game that I'd want to be able to play in handheld mode, take on the go, or just lay down in bed, chilling out, playing it. This game was actually pretty challenging, man. Old school game from, the SNES era. There is one of these on the GBA that is super expensive. I think that is called Pocky and Rocky with Becky. But yeah, you can scoop this up for about 25, 30 bucks, pretty consistently online or, locally. Not a super expensive game, but good old Natsume. And yeah, I enjoyed this game, man. This is a fun one, not a super long game, but definitely a really cool art style, really good soundtrack, good character design. Yeah, I highly recommend this. This is easily one of the most fun games I've played in the last couple of years. I don't know what it was, I was hooked on this. We have Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. This is another recent pickup of mine that I got at GameStop. I want to say this was like 29 bucks, 28 if you're pro, and then I used my $5 off coupon to knock $5 off. But yeah, this comes with a decent amount of Street Fighter games, man. As you can see on the back here, the OG Street Fighter 2, 3, Third Strike, Street Fighter Alpha 2, Street Fighter Alpha 1, Street Fighter Alpha 3. You can play, I think it's 3 or 4 of these games online. So if you have Nintendo Switch online, you can jump on and play with some people, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm really wanting to get more into fighters. I recently got Street Fighter 6. I'm like, hey, I might as well go back and play some of the older ones. I don't know, man. You got to go back, just like movies, books, games, music, and occasionally show some love and check out some games or media from back in the day that's a classic, just to kind of learn about the history of the franchise and understand why it was so popular. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this one out, man. Might eventually get a fight stick for my PS5 or the Switch. Just it'll be better for shmups and fighting games. But this was $29.99 on Switch. I want to say it's like 20 bucks on PS4, so it's a little cheaper if you want to go the PS4 route. All right here we have Pokemon Scarlet. I know this game, when it came out, had a ton of backlash and mixed opinions. Look, the game definitely has some areas where it's very questionable with how it runs, frame rate wise, pop-in wise. But at the end of the day, it's a Pokemon game. You kind of know what you're getting here. It's same old, new Pokemon, new region, new gyms, things like that. This is fun. I still haven't beat it. I'm definitely more of an old school Pokemon fan where I just like the traditional, kind of top down Pokemon games. The graphics in this, I will say, are decent. But yeah, this game, if you're a diehard Pokemon fan, I say go for it. But if you're a person who's just kind of, into the old school Pokemon games, maybe pass on this unless you're just dying to play the newest gen of Pokemon. But yeah, Scarlet, Violet, decent games if you can get it if you can get it on sale, if it ever is on sale, might be worth it just to try out. Right here we have good old Sid Meier's Civilization, and I've never really been into the Civ games. This was a game that we had got on sale on Black Friday. I think the same Black Friday that I got Breath of the Wild at. I want to say this was like $9.99. Popped it in once, and it's a game that you can sink a ton of time into, right? I've never gotten into the Civ games. Maybe one day I'll kind of sit down and just take a deep dive into it. But yeah, really not a whole lot to say about Civ. I know there's a lot of diehard Civ players out there that live and die by the series though. And the last 2 games that we have here are Cotton Reboot and Cotton Fantasy. I actually, got this at GameStop recently. It was a double pack. It came with both games. It was $39.99. This is a shoot 'em up / cute 'em up series. I've never played any of the Cotton games. I've heard a ton of great things about them. From videos I've seen online, it looks like they have a cool art style, cool abilities, decent soundtrack, and just good old shoot 'em up, cute 'em up fun, man. So I'm looking forward to checking these out. I'll probably go with Reboot first, just because I believe it's a remake of the first one, and then I'll probably go on to Cotton Fantasy. But yeah, these are 2 cool games, man. And once again, kind of like I said earlier, it's cool to go back and explore some franchises that were popular from back in the day. But yeah, Cotton games, $39.99 at GameStop in a double pack. I got it in a store. I don't know if these are still available online or not. So that's going to do it for my Nintendo Switch game collection. I know it's not the biggest, craziest collection that's out there, but I'm slowly but surely, building it up. I'm only trying to pick up games that I truly have interest in playing in the at least somewhat near future. the backlog's getting pretty crazy between, you know, PS5, Switch, PS4, even some Vita stuff. But yeah, slowly chipping away at the Switch. Let me know what games you guys liked or didn't like, and you know, let me know what games you think I should pick up, or, you know, from what you saw, or you're like, hey, you know, he might like that. You know, let me know, man. I'm always open to trying new games out. But yeah, as usual, appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you soon with another video.